Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I have recently started to read a book called Eat That Frog by the author Tracy. I have actually picked up that book in order to read more about procrastination and how to overcome those things. But surprisingly, in the first chapter, I have seen something more interesting. The author has shared 7 simple but effective steps which we can apply in our lives in order to achieve any goal. Since I also have recently published a video related to goal setting and how I am planning to achieve my goals, I thought sharing about these 7 steps will also make more sense as these steps are more systematically defined by the author. So let's get started. I would like to start with a quote from this book. Clarity is perhaps the most important concept in personal productivity. The number one reason why some people get more work done faster is because they are absolutely clear about their goals and objectives and they don't deviate from it. I hope following the 7 steps which we are going to discuss in your life will give more clarity in your goals and objectives. With that said, let's get started with the first step. The first step is to describe exactly what you want. Either you decide what you want or sit with your boss and discuss what are your goals and objectives. But make sure that you are crystal clear about what is expected from you and in which priority. Because you need to know which is more important and which is less important. Only with that you will be able to concentrate on right things at right time. So getting clarity on the priority is very important in this step. Because we don't want to waste our time executing some low important task. As one of the quotes says, if the ladder is not leaning against the right wall, whichever the step we take will lead us faster to the wrong place. Second step is to write it down. So writing it down in a paper makes it like we are thinking on the paper. So that's what the author calls us think on paper. Only when we are writing down our goals, we are making it more crystal clear about our path and what are the things that we need to execute. Also, after writing it in paper, you get something to see and touch. That actually gives more energy. On the other hand, if we don't write our goals, there will be no energy in it. It will be merely as a fantasy or maybe just as a wish itself. It will never become a goal actually. The unwritten goals actually give us more confusion. It will take us to the wrong directions. And so we will tend to do a lot of mistakes. So the second step is to write down whatever the goals that we set for ourselves. Third step is to set deadlines for our goals. If we do not set any deadline, then there is no urgency for our goal. If we don't set any deadlines, our goals will be just lying down in our notebook. There will be no real beginning and no real end. So it's always important to set a deadline for all our goals. If we don't commit ourselves with a deadline on our goals, we will naturally procrastinate more and we will get very little done on our goals. We will not progress better. Fourth step, make a list of things that you need to do to achieve your goals. So this step is to prepare a list of activities that we are supposed to do in order to achieve our goals. You may get multiple activities. As and when you get something new, you add it to the list. This list actually gives us a visual picture of something bigger which we are going to achieve, and it's kind of a track that we can run on. So that's what the list is going to act as. As we have this list of activities, it is more likely that we are going to achieve whatever we set for ourselves. Fifth step, organize the list into a plan. So now you have the list of activities that you are supposed to do. You are now going to sequence them with a priority. Let's say you have 10 different tasks in order to achieve a goal. You would have already written all those activities as a list in the last step. But in this step, what we are going to do is we are going to sequence them, which task I need to do when and which is more priority and which has less priority. So if you have already written everything has priority, but we need to know that which is more priority and sequence it according to the priorities. Even better if we are able to do some diagram type of thing. Let's say this is the task 1 and we put a round or some box and we put some arrow to the task 2. If you complete this, this will be affected in this way. Let's say if you finish the task 1, the task 2 will be improved, or maybe it will be easy to do that task 2. Something like this, if we are able to come up with a diagram, it will also be more helpful because you have the visual picture and you know what is the priority, and you are more likely to achieve your goals than some people who are just having their goals in their minds. So making the plan is this step. Sixth step, take action on your plan immediately. Perhaps this is the most important step. Do something on your plan. Do anything, because an average plan which is executed vigorously is far more better than a brilliant plan which is just written and no work is done at all. So for anyone, in order to succeed in anything, the execution is important. The execution matters. So do something on your plan immediately. Get started with it. Seventh step, commit to do something every single day that moves you toward your major goal. We will need to make this in our schedule. We need to make sure that we do something on daily basis in order to move towards our major goal. As we would have already categorized which is our most important goal or most important task. So we will need to do something every single day in order to move towards our major goal. It may be to do some exercises every single day, or it may be to read for some time or some number of pages on a specific topic every single day. We will need to make sure whatever it is, we are doing it on every single day. We should always try to not to miss even a single day. But we are all human beings. We cannot continue that every single day. Just in case if we are going to skip it, we will not exceed more than 2 days, because if we skip 1 or 2 days, it is easy to get back on the track on the 3rd day onwards. But if we skip for continuously 3 days, it becomes more difficult to get back to the track. So make sure that you are not skipping for more than 2 days and you are getting back on track as early as possible. With that, I would like to conclude this video. I hope these 7 steps are very simple, but maybe it is difficult to execute. But however, if we need to achieve something or if we want to do something great, then it's obvious that we need to work on some difficult things and crush it in order to achieve whatever we want. So I hope this video is helpful. If you liked it, please give a like to this video and stay subscribed for more useful videos. Thanks for watching.